Mixed Akhalos is the best Akhalos. So let's get into it. Okay, we finally found a bulky water type, and it's even better because it's Malmurk. And now we just gotta really hope that they actually bring it, because if they don't, it's just a normal Akhalos, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go with this team. So, like I was saying, I've already done a few battles, okay, and I couldn't really find any bulky water types, so if I forfeit on you, okay, I'm sorry, it's just that you didn't have a bulky water type. But it's funny because whenever I don't want to battle bulky water types like Loomian, Ventation, I battle against them. If I do have something to actually use against them to showcase, guess what I don't find? Bulky water type. So yeah, so I think this is actually the Akhalos that I'm actually going to be using the most in the future, okay? The normal one with body slam is fine, but against like bulky water types like Ventation and Loomian like that are heavy melee tanks, melee defensive tanks, you can't really hit them that much unless you get like maybe 2 or 3 Brawn boosts off. Also, nice. Zeppelin just went down immediately. So yeah, body slam is alright, I guess, if you have like aggressive or you already have like +6 on it basically. But if you don't... Also, I don't really have anything for Eruptidon, really. I guess I could try a Blowtox, but I don't know if that's a really good idea. Actually, I could go Akhalos. Akhalos is fairly tanky against Eruptidon because we do resist fire. So yeah, I think actually Akhalos can swap into Eruptidon. Famous last words, maybe? So yeah, so Deep Freeze actually lets you hit Loomian and Ventation, and you don't really have to invest anything into it, and it still hits harder than all of your other moves. So here's Eruptidon, which is going to go for Aqua Jaws. Fortunately, I don't have... I'm hoping that I two-shot it. I definitely outspeed it, though. I don't have Hydro Slash on this one. I went back to the Aqua Jaws, okay. Although for aggressive, Hydro Slash is way better. I'm still like iffy about which one I actually want to have, okay. We're actually going to go into the Ursol. That is pretty terrifying. He should chase down here. If he chase downs, that's actually going to be kind of scary. But we'll go Blowtox. Is he going to chase down? I don't really want my Akhalos to lose any health because I don't have Gobidemic on my team today. I wanted Ice Cold Traps, but only Water and Ice types right now at least have Ice Cold Traps. So if I already have an Ice and a Water type Loomian, I kind of have to like double up and bring another one. So I wanted Gobidemic, but I kind of wanted Ice Cold Traps at the same time, okay? They actually went for a Sharpen. It's kind of terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. I guess we'll go for Aqua Jaws for damage. We gotta be careful though, because my only like things that can outspeed it is these two, and they're both weak to Quick Punch, so that's not exactly what you want to hear. So we'll go for Aqua Jaws just for some damage. Okay, nice. They're gonna go for the slap down then, but that's fine. We'll get some damage from them just making contact with us. It does a lot of damage. I might... actually... Do I tank a Shadow Sprint? So yeah, like I was saying actually, low. Only right now, I barely just tank it. Yes, yes. Only Water and Ice types right now have Ice Cold Traps. I don't think any other typing right now in the game has one. So if you have any suggestions, or like any Loomians that you think make sense with Icicle Traps that aren't Water or Ice, let me know. I feel like I want to give it to Wiki, but I don't want to give it to Chartico. So like, I want Wiki to get Poison Barbs and Ice Cold Traps. I want Wiki to be good, okay? Like, it's meant to be like a really heavy, like nice support Loomian. Not really gonna. It doesn't really do anything else along that low. Gobidemic is kind of scary, but it's fine. We're just gonna stay and let Blowtox go down. I don't think it's really worth. Actually, we could save it and just go into Meditoads or your snack. I'll go into your snack and just click Baffle. So yeah, all on the Wiki, I don't really want Chartika to get Poison Barbs or Ice Cold Traps, so it has to be a level up move. But yeah, let me know any suggestions in the comments, and I'll take some of them into consideration. I actually went for Airblade, so they either predicted your snack, or they just tried saving energy. We'll go for Baffle. I don't think Gobidemic's gonna stay in. Or is it? I mean, it didn't do a lot of damage. They actually do stay in, which is fine. So... Oh, they actually critical hitted me. That kinda sucks. Fortunately, we haven't seen Malmurk as well. I'm really hoping that they have Malmurk, but I don't know. Also, we could go Akhalos here, and we might be able to, like, Oko it, because it's not as tanky as Zulong. Actually, I don't think it is, but I'm not going to risk it, because if we don't one-shot it, we just die. So I'm not going to make the mistake, okay? Because if we have got Malmerk, I would like to like save it for Malmerk so we can two-shot it. I don't think we can one-shot Malmerk, but it does a lot. I think we can do like 90% if it's like a melee defensive one. Nice, Gobidemics down. Surprised they actually stayed in, but I'll take it. So it's just a Riptidon and... Please be Malmerk. Don't be Akhalos. Akhalos, it's... Okay, well, there's a Riptidon. Still have no idea what the last one is. I feel like they would have gone Malmerk, maybe, if they had it. So it looks like they don't have Malmerk. We can go Blotox slow here. Right, or do we just let Meditoad go down here? I guess we could just let Meditoad go down. I don't think we particularly need it for anything. Although it's same for like Blotox as well. But that's fine. Critical hit, nice. It didn't really matter, okay. Something's gonna go down if we swapped anything in. So now we can go into Akhalos. We outspeed it still, so we can just hopefully two-shot it. I don't see why we wouldn't two-shot it. Although we don't have Water Essence. We are running Ice Essence, so our Deep Freeze and Ice Hammer do more damage. And it's Akhalos, dang it! Unfortunately, all of my moves, okay, are resisted. Akhalos vs. Akhalos is just basically like, who can get as many brown boost ups and get a critical hit first? So yeah, a little bit annoying, unfortunately, that isn't Malmerk, but maybe in the next one, okay? Maybe in the next one. So yeah, but Deep Freeze is very nice. I mean, technically, Akhalos is another Loomian that can actually beat the Ventation Venilon car. Ice Hammer does like, I think you can two-shot Venilon, and with Deep Freeze, you can potentially two-shot Ventations. We have like a little bit investment, okay? Also, I will go over the set details at the end of the video, but I have got 24 range attack. So most Ventations, I'm gonna swap out here, to be honest, into Blotox. Could actually go Ursnek as well, but I'm gonna go Blotox, predicting him just to hit me maybe. But if Ventations usually run 200 health and melee defense, 44 energy, and then they have 56 to put into range attack or range defense. If they put into range attack, we can two-shot that Ventation. If they put it into that 56 TPs and leftovers into range defense, we have like a 3 in 4 chance to two-shot them. So it's like 75% chance to two-shot them rather than... I'm actually going to click Poison. We get the outspeed, nice. I'm not sure if Poison was actually a good idea. I feel like Aqua Jarring it again would have been better, but that's fine. And they make contact, so easy, a little bit of chip damage, you know? Just a little bit of chip damage. So yeah, I think we can just go Predagon here. And just hit it really hard. Hopefully that works. Hopefully that's enough, I should say. Also, I just kind of spat everywhere. Oops. So yeah. I guess it's kind of good, like... Basically, like, every water type, like Blotox, Deep Freeze does way more damage than all of your other moves, because all your other moves are resisted. Luminame, you can still do way more. Malmerk, obviously, it's quad weak to it, which is very nice. We'll just go for a Thunder Strike here. So yeah, the fact that we have another Loomian that can beat the Venilon Ventation core, I think it's kind of nice. Also, Predagon can, but also, like, mainly Predagon's kind of meme. I wouldn't really, like, consider it amazing. It is kind of meme, okay? We'll just go for a Thunder Strike. It doesn't miss, and it looks like we should be able to just win that. So, yeah. Also, because I didn't bring Gobidemic, I brought Predagon as my very quick, like, basically, like, late-game cleaner. Okay, then back to Akhalos. Fortunately, no Malmerk, but hopefully the next battle, well, the next battle will have a bulky water type, because we're going to do a lot of skipping until we can get one. There we are, Hydro Slash. I don't think it was very smart to swap into a Riptidon. I guess they predicted me to go for a metal move, but there's no point me going for a metal move because it's neutral, because water does resist metal, so it turns it into a neutral move. But yeah, that's Predagon going to take it out. So Akhalos did alright. It's to get out the Riptidon for us, okay? Riptidon's kind of scary. But anyway, hop into the next battle then. Okay, I'm sorry to like, I think I've skipped now like 15 or 16 people. I'm sorry, but you didn't have any bulky water types. There's one person with a Malmerk, but I didn't really want to battle another Malmerk, okay? But this guy has a Cephalops and a Blotox, so we have double the chances. And also, Blotox usually want to come in on Akhalos, so I'll take it as an absolute win, okay? Okay, I think this is the team I want to go with. I gotta be careful for the Vesperatu. Tatab is questionable, but I'm not like super worried about it. Next I'm gonna go for the Zulong lead. Predagon could potentially beat Zulong if it's the very smart set, but very smart Zulong is like the preferred option now because it is the better one because there's more damage, but that doesn't mean everyone necessarily has to use it. So we'll go Meditoad. They're most likely just going to go for Elemental Burst. I wouldn't put it past them just to not do that. I don't see why they would do anything else. I could have gone for a Slapdown, I guess, but I'm going to keep my Ursnake as healthy as possible so I can like potentially swap it in on just Tatab as many times as I can. Maybe for the Akhalos as well. Okay, just double Elemental Burst. I'll take it. If we get rid of Zulong, nice. And we do. Nice. Don't know why he stayed in, but we aren't going to complain about it, okay? So yeah, Cephalops. The issue with Cephalops is that it is very bulky on like both defenses, and it usually, and they do have Cephalops. Yes, yes. And Cephalops is like usually a range defense tank, but because they also just water naturally just resists water and ice, I'm still pretty sure Deep Freeze will do more to it, but you don't really want to be using against Cephalops. It's mostly like for the melee defensive bulky Loomians. I don't really want Meditoad to like go down here, but I kind of need Blowtox. We could go Ursnake on the most likely Soul Drain. I'm most likely going to go Soul Drain. I don't think we're going to go Tsunami. So we can just go Ursnake. We could Baffle it, but actually, yes, let's actually do that. We don't really need our Meditoad anymore, do we? So I can Baffle it, and Meditoad can actually outspeed it and just hit it. Actually, go for the Withdraw. I'll also go for a free Baffle, man. Easy on Teteb. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate because I would like Ursnake to stay in on the battle, but we can go back to Meditoad, I guess. Getting rid of the Teteb's always kind of nice. I'm actually kind of curious why he brought Teteb out of, like, all of the other plant types. Like, there's not, like, a lot of, like, good plant types. There's a lot of bad plant types, but... Okay, it's a mixed Teteb, maybe. But when you've got Chartiki, Colossotrops, Whippledrift, you've got options and you decide to bring Teteb. Don't get me wrong, I like Teteb, also crit. I don't think that was necessary, but I'll take it. Sure, why not? Just more damage, I guess, even though that would have definitely one-shotted. Like, Teteb, I like Teteb, but it needs a plant move, okay? I know it does. It will eventually get one, just... it has to wait. And it looks like unfortunately, he might not have... I should really go into Blowtox here. It looks like he might not have Blowtox, unfortunately. But it's fine. We can use it against Cephalops still. Dang, I'm actually surprised I didn't get KO'd there. I'll take that. I will gladly take that. Frost Punch. That's fine. I wonder if it's Hasty or just normal ability then, because it doesn't really do that much. We can go into Akhalos and just get a quick KO with it. I should actually go for Deep Freeze, predicting one of the bulky water types come in, and this should KO Wobelisk. It's like 1 health. It should. Is it Cephalops? It is Cephalops. Okay, so this is nice. So I think it has to be like a 4 or 3 shot, depending on like how many TPs they have in a range defense. But for this one, it looks like it's going to be a 3 shot, which is fine. Oh, actually, he can get a lot of health back from Soul Drain. We can still KO it from this range. So there we are. Akhalos can actually KO bulky water types. Cephalops wasn't really the best example to showcase it on though, because in a 1v1 it can just Soul Drain, get a lot of its health back, and if it is like really range tanky, it can probably still beat you in a 1v1. Okay, it's Akhalos again. Dang it, man! I wanted the Blowtox, but we beat Cephalops. Okay, I'll take that as an absolute win. I mean, if the reverse, like, if these roles were swapped, I have Blowtox, he has Akhalos. If he has Deep Freeze, I guess we'll see. He does have Deep Freeze, okay, yes. Even though I'm not the one using it, okay, he's the one using it as me. You can see that. That did a lot of damage, okay? That did a lot of damage. I'll just click Poison here. Hey, do it again. Do it. It's work. I'm showcasing it, but he's using it against me instead. Also, it looks like, well, actually, I guess I'm not actually investing anything into my range attack, so I guess it's just like a, well, this is my Blowtox. My Blowtox isn't like super range tanky, mine's like a melee tank. Most people these days don't even like run Nimble, I don't think. I think they run like Robust Clever. and then they have like some range defense on it as well. So I guess this isn't like the best showcase for against with my Blowtox, but that's fine. We got the poison off, we'll just Aqua Jar it to lower its melee defense, I guess. So yeah, there we are. I use mine against Cephalops, which like I said, you kind of like have to predict, I guess, for Cephalops to beat it. Otherwise, in a 1v1, it'll probably get like just about enough health to live if it is like really range tanky. But stuff like Blowtox, Ventation, Loomian, you don't really need to like predict them coming in, because if they are in, you can still beat them in the 1v1. Like Blowtox, like yeah, it can poison you, and it has got Rejuvenate, but I think it'll be fine. I don't think you have to really predict Blowtox, because you do outspeed it anyway. Loomian, questionable as well, because I'm just gonna go Protagon here. I think we can just KO this and move on with our day now, right? Because it is their last Loomian, I think, as well. Unfortunately, it is melee attack, so Ripperona. We'll just go Thunder Crash. Oh, Thunder Strike even. So yeah, questionable, but it can beat water types, which is nice. Oh, the bulky water types, okay. Against other Akhaloses, it can't really touch them. Like I said, even in the last battle and this battle, I just swapped out my Akhalos. Yes, Akhalos can be Akhalos, but it quad resists ice. It resists what? Oh, I actually forgot about the Wobblisk. It has quite literally 1 health. We'll just go for Metal Blast. It resists water. I guess it's Deep Freeze. Oh, actually, just forfeit. Deep Freeze will make it neutral, but it's still not really going to do too much because Akhalos has like pretty decent bulk. The only like time Deep Freeze is actually like useful is when it can hit Loomian super effective, like the bulky water types that are mostly melee tanks, not range tanks. So stuff like Malmut, Loomian, Ventation. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't really like find that many Ventations, and I didn't see any Ventations or any Loomian. What I did see some Venilons, but people are actually pairing up Tundrulum with it now, I guess, instead of Ventation, because I saw like, I think 3 or 4 Venilon Tundrulum set teams, so a little bit unfortunate we didn't really find a Ventation, but yeah, I mean, that just shows you, I guess, against the Cephalops, probably the like bulky water type that I probably wouldn't really recommend Akhalos trying to 1v1, but because we predicted it coming in, we could still beat it. But yeah, that's like, that one's like the only like sketchy one, I guess. All of the other ones, I think you'll be fine. So yeah, there's Akhalos. This is probably the best one you should run, honestly. This is the only one I would probably recommend running, rather than like the Body Slam. Secret ability right now, I've already said in that video, it's fine, it's usable if you like try and get sweeps with it, but I think Aqua Body just gives you just way more to do. Like, you can now resist fire, which is nice, so especially with Eruptodon, and you just can avoid burns. It's just better on Akhalos. And also, this one is a nimble one. Some people are running like a clever, really bulky one with some speed investment. Not really sure like exactly how that one's working, but for me, I'm probably going to stick with the nimble one, okay, just so I can do some massive damage with it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed though. Let's go into the set line. Okay then, and onto the set line, we are running nimble 200 speed TPs to let us be as fast as possible, while also letting us outspeed stuff like nimble curlin, which is really handy. The 200 melee attack TPs is just to let us hit as hard as possible with our melee attacks. 56 range defense TPs is so Protagon will get a melee attack increase rather than a range attack increase if it swaps in on us. The 24 range attack TPs is all the specific to Ventation. We can actually 2-hit KO 200 health Ventations with Deep Freeze. However, if we're running 200 health and 56 range defense, instead of a guaranteed 2-hit KO, it turns it into a 73% chance to 2-hit KO it instead. So it's still kind of helpful. It lets Deep Freeze do a little bit more damage to those bulky water types. The 4 energy, we still don't have to invest anything into energy because our base energy stat is really high. It puts us over 250 at level 50, and that's all we really need, so we don't have to invest into energy really. And finally, 16 health DPs is just leftovers. And also, I should mention, for the ability, I would only really recommend Aqua Body, but Secret Ability Aggressive is completely fine if you want to run it. But I just think Aqua Body offers you a lot more in making you immune to burns, and also gives you a nice resistance to fire. And then for the item, I am running Ice Essence. It's the only item I would recommend as well, because we're mostly going to be clicking Ice Hammer and Deep Freeze. So yeah, with that being said though, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.